Welcome to RamLife Entertainment. On tonight's show, we'll be exploring a Fort Collins brewery, reviewing movies, and cooking up the perfect summer barbecue. I'm Ally Peters.
And I'm Emily Mashak. Here's what's happening in the world of entertainment.
Some say that Fort Collins has the best beer scene in the country. With so many options to choose from, I decided to take a deeper look into Gilded Goat Brewing. Gilded Goat is a family-owned brewery creating beers with a European tradition and a Colorado influence.
Styles originate from European countries, so it's kind of based in European traditions in that a lot of the styles originate as historical European styles. And then our own little twist, our Colorado twist on our beer is using locally grown and malted ingredients that are grown here in Colorado.
In a town that is so saturated with breweries, Gilded Goat has found a way to stand out.
We chose to set ourselves apart with the quality of our beer. So we're one of the few small breweries in the area that has a microbiology lab, and we get to do a lot of experiments and analysis that breweries our size don't get to do just because of my background in the lab that we have. But then also it's mostly our tap room. So we kind of moved away from the tap room model that we saw in a lot of places and wanted to make it a little bit more finished.
Gilded Goat is an award-winning brewery located in Midtown in the Foothills Mall, and they create a wide variety of beers for all the Fort Collins beer lovers.
We don't brew a lot of things to style, and that's normally how you win medals, is you have to make things in a very defined fashion. We do some beers that way, and other beers we put our own creative twist on them.
The beer community in this town is growing and growing fast. Gilded Goat is one of many options when looking for a brewery in town.
Speaking of beer, fellow anchor Matt Leisman and I got to try some out for our latest segment of Beer Me. Hello Rams, I'm Emily and I'm here with Matt.
Hey, what's up?
Just hanging around, and we are here for Beer Me, the place where we taste beers so you don't have to.
And we've got some weird ones today.
We really do. I'm very excited to test these out.
Me too.
So what's our first beer, Matt?
Trinity Brew Evoke Fermentations. And you may notice I'm reading these in a really weird way. That is because the labels are intentionally printed upside down on the beers.
That's weird.
Their beers are consciously vegan.
Can a beer be vegan?
I guess so. Pretty strong beer. It's got 70 international bitterness units, which is a lot stronger than the IPA we tried last time.
Yes, the last one we tried was 47 international bitterness units, and that itself was an IPA. That one was a citrusy IPA though, so I think it was a little calmer. So we're expecting this to be a pretty strong beer. I was expecting that to explode because we were flipping it upside down so much.
Yeah. I can already smell the hops. Wow.
Yeah.
That is really strong.
Yikes.
All right. Yeah. So
Excited.
give it a whiff.
This is a strange color. I was expecting it to be darker. I always think IPAs are going to be dark.
It's because they're like the strongest beer, and you just assume like darker means stronger.
Yeah.
But,
It is really thick though. Like you can't see through it.
They warned us actually about this on the can. Super haze on a visually muddy level of yeast.
Ew.
Visually,
that sounds gross.
Yeah. And visually muddy is definitely the phrase I would use to describe this. Yeah, that's an IPA.
I don't know how I feel about this.
It almost tastes a little flavorless.
It's just kind of like,
I can taste the hops.
it has Pilsen, Golden Naked Oats, flaked wheat, caramel brewed with flour, which is weird,
Okay.
rotating fresh and juicy fruits plus unfiltered, high pop bursted, double dry hopped, and aged on tangerine zest with all the key phrases. And then it says it's recommended to pair this with the tears of new millennial fanboys.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Up next, we have Seriously, which is kind of hard to say, from Black Bottle Brewing Company, which is a local one in Fort Collins. And this is actually a series of beers that is supposed to taste like breakfast cereal. So they've had Count Chocula, I believe Captain Crunch,
Tutti Frutti,
and this one we are trying today is a Cinnamon Toast Crunch Stout. What's funny is this isn't even just a guess at flavoring like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I guess the brewery actually steeps the beer in 2 pounds of Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
That's about how much I eat every morning. So.
Every morning? Oh my goodness. Yeah, but so this is actually like Cinnamon Toast Crunch soaked beer. So
it's kind of like a valid replacement for breakfast, right?
pretty much, yeah. Oh, this is dark.
Ooh.
This looks like blackness.
Yeah, holy cow.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm intrigued. I smell a little bit of cinnamon. It smells a lot like a stout.
It does. It does smell like coffee. Like I feel like I just walked into a Starbucks.
Yeah.
It kind of has that smell.
Yeah.
This is really dark.
Okay, I am super excited to try this. Yeah, this is... You want to talk about muddy visibility.
Yeah, you can't see anything through this one. Whoa.
I don't think I like that.
I need another sip. This is strange.
Yeah. Okay, the second sip was better, actually.
Yeah.
The second sip was a lot better. Whoa.
I can definitely taste the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I can too,
Like,
yeah.
Not so much if I was blindfolded and I had this beer, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
But now that they've like put it in my brain,
Like the really initial flavor tastes a lot like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
you can definitely have, like there is cinnamon.
Yeah.
You can definitely taste the cinnamon.
And then it just punches you in the face with the stout flavor.
So, if you had to pick, though, between the two, the Hyper something East Turbid IPA from Trinity Brewing in Colorado Springs, or the Black Bottle Brew here in Fort Collins, Cinnamon Toast Crunch Stout, which would you go for?
Well, you know, I wasn't really a huge fan of either one. I'd say, I guess I lean a little bit towards the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but what really puts me on the side of the cereal-lessly beer is the fact that I didn't have to like crane my neck to read the label.
Yeah. I don't know, again, I like you, I was not too big of a fan of either of these beers.
Yeah.
Although, the stout is a cool idea, I love the concept. I don't think I would want to like go pick up another bottle and drink this. So if I had to pick, I would choose the East Turbid IPA.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching Rams. This was unfortunately the last Beer Me, but we hope you enjoyed, and you can catch all of our other clips on our YouTube channel at CTV Channel 11.
I do have to say, we ended up trying to finish the beers after that segment, and we still didn't really like them. So I'll be sticking with my usual Citradelic.
We're going to take a quick break, but don't go away. We'll be talking all things TV right after the break.
And a little later, we'll give you the perfect recipe for your spring barbecue.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
With lots of projects and finals coming up, there's nothing like putting aside all of that to watch a good TV show. Emily and I hit the CSU streets last week to get the inside scoop on all things TV.
Hello Rams, I'm Emily.
And I'm Allie.
And we are here in the Laurie Student Center to find out what TV shows students are binge watching instead of studying for finals and get their take on Game of Thrones. Right, so what TV shows are you binge watching right now instead of getting ready for finals?
On me, I am watching a lot of Empire and Star.
Do you watch Game of Thrones at all? I feel like I'm the only person that really doesn't, so I don't know if it's too late to jump into the bandwagon.
Grey's Anatomy and Empire with my friend.
Right now I'm watching Game of Thrones a lot, and Nathan For You. That's about it, but mainly Game of Thrones.
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. Okay, that's like probably your number one favorite show, or do you have some others?
I also like Friends.
Not a whole lot, honestly, because I'm super busy.
Game of Thrones, and that's pretty much it.
Sorry, predictions about what's going to happen in this 8th season?
I think the White Walkers are going to end up taking it all over.
So you think everyone's going to die?
Yep, everyone.
So you're not a Game of Thrones fan yet, but you want to get there.
Nope, I've seen one episode, and it was when they dragged this dragon out of this frozen lake, and there were a bunch of zombies over there too. That's the only one I saw.
There's zombies in Game of Thrones?
I don't know what they were. They were pretty ugly. They might have been like trolls.
What? I really like The Adventures of Sabrina. It's kind of random, but it's really good.
My favorite show ever, it's always like my go-to when I don't have a show to watch, is New Girl.
Okay, but so besides like Game of Thrones, what's like probably your favorite show of all time that you just can love to come back to, watch again and again?
It's definitely SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Honestly, I'm surprised that no one said my favorite show, which is The Office. I thought that would come up a lot more.
Also, yeah, mine is Desperate Housewives. I know that's kind of an old one, but it's still so good. All my roommates and I binge it all the time.
The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. All right, well, thank you for watching Rams. Stay tuned for more Ram Life.
Thank you for watching Rams, and I would like to apologize for you having to hear me sing.
I thought it was great. She really sang it well.
Thanks, but I'll be sticking to the talking on TV for now.
So speaking of Game of Thrones, it's April, which means one of the most popular shows in the world premiered for its 8th and final season. Game of Thrones has grown to become one of the most prominent shows worldwide and has an extremely anticipated season finale. But why is this show so popular among all audiences near and far? It's a mystical, historical land called Westeros, and in it lives dragons, kings, queens, the faceless men, the three-eyed raven, direwolves, White Walkers, and more scary yet exciting creatures. The show draws people in with the storylines of multiple families, the most important being the Starks, the Targaryens, and the Lannisters. These three great houses have been at war, and all their worlds begin to collide as the show goes on. It is truly the Game of Thrones as they fight to decide who is the rightful heir to the Iron Throne and the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms. While they're fighting amongst themselves, many of them do not realize that there's an enemy coming, and coming fast. Jon Snow, a main character in House Stark, is trying to gather all the houses to join in the fight against the northern enemy. The White Walkers, which are zombie-like beings that bring the dead back to life and bring winter with them. The 7th season ends with the Night King and the White Walkers on their way towards Westeros, killing everything in their path. Season 8 begins with the Targaryens and Starks coming together in Winterfell to fight against the one true enemy. The White Walkers are on their way, and the living army is beginning to run out of time. With trailers for the rest of the season coming out, we as audience members can begin to make assumptions for the final outcome. The biggest question we are all faced with is, will the army of the dead win this war, or can the living survive? And who will end up on the Iron Throne at the end? This is one of the most unpredictable shows I have ever seen, and I have 2 theories for possible outcomes. I personally believe at the end of the show, Jon Snow will end up on the throne after a long, hard battle with the Night King. But another storyline would be the Night King winning and bringing his army of the dead to Westeros. As much as I don't want that ending, I think it's very possible, and I wouldn't put it past the producers to just kill everyone we love. My theories are just theories, though, and we will all find out how the Game of Thrones ends in just a few short weeks.
If you're one of the few people not watching Game of Thrones, there's some Netflix films that have been the talk of the town this April. If you want to know what the fuss is all about, but are too lazy to actually watch them, I've got your back. I watched some of the most popular Netflix films, and I'm going to tell you which ones are a yeah or a meh, so you don't have to do the work yourself. If you're in the mood to watch a bland teenage romance movie, then Chris Nelson's 2019 Netflix film, The Perfect Date, is for you. Up-and-coming actor Noah Centineo plays Brooks Radican, a high school senior whose biggest dream is to get into Yale. The only problem is he can't afford it. With the help of a friend, he develops an app that solicits himself as a +1 for any date, allowing him to adapt to different personalities. However, things get tricky when Brooks falls in love with one of his fake dates, played by former Disney actress Laura Marano. The entire film is little more than a slightly PG-13 Disney Channel movie with a predictably simple plot. However, the actors do the best they can with a mediocre script. Here's hoping they get better film offers in the future. Although, unless you're in middle school, I would say this film is a meh. Sir David Attenborough's narration is back with Netflix's newest nature documentary, Our Planet. Like other similar projects, the documentary features stunning visuals of nature's landscapes and the animals living there. However, Our Planet has a darker message at heart. Along with the gorgeous imagery, the film does not shy away from revealing how the animals are suffering amidst the world's changing climate. With more than one gruesome on-screen death, this film is not for the faint of heart. Although they are unpleasant to watch, these extreme images make Our Planet a truly impactful documentary. This film is definitely a yeah. Now, if you've seen Bird Box or A Quiet Place, then you've pretty much already seen John R. Leonetti's film, The Silence. This horror film follows the Andrews family as they try to survive after America has been raided by giant, blind, evil bat monsters who find their prey through the noises they make. Therefore, everyone must be quiet to avoid being killed by the monsters. Conveniently, the Andrews have a deaf daughter, played by Kiernan Shipka, so the entire family already knows sign language and doesn't need to talk. Despite the film being a complete ripoff of the aforementioned hit movies, it's a well-acted and a good choice if you're bored and need a movie for a friend's night in. However, if you're a horror movie buff but looking to be truly scared, then this movie is a meh. However, now you have an array of Netflix films to catch or to avoid. Luckily, the weather is getting warmer, so you won't need to spend too much time binge watching inside anyway. Now, make sure to stay through this break because we made some delicious burgers and potato salad, and you're going to want to see how.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. If you're wondering what to make for your summer barbecues, this next segment might actually help you out. Let's take a look.
Hello, Rams, and welcome to The Worst Cooks in Fort Collins. I'm Emily.
And I'm Allie, and today we will be making some burgers and potato salad.
The perfect food for your spring barbecue.
Okay, so to begin, obviously you need some ground beef, burger buns,
A bunch of little veggies, some celery, and an onion, and then potatoes, because duh. And then we have dill, which is like some herby thing.
Apple cider vinegar. We don't actually need that much, but it's the only bottle it came in.
Just kidding. And then ketchup, pickle relish,
ground paprika,
and then mayo,
mustard,
and hard-boiled eggs, which will look kind of disgusting, but hopefully they'll taste good. All right.
It should be pretty easy. Shouldn't be as bad as last time, unless we light the burgers
Definitely
on fire, but
I don't think so. No fire
give it a
alarms
shot.
today.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You need 5 Yukon Gold potatoes.
And we should wash them.
Just like these. Oh,
should
that's
wash
good
them
call.
off.
What a good call. Hygiene. Pro tip. Don't be gross. Now we chop the potatoes into cubes.
How big are the cubes?
This big?
How wide? Maybe this wide?
Yeah, I think it's kind of personal preference on how cubey you like the potatoes. So, chopping is my favorite part about cooking because it just sounds so fancy.
Dang it, you won.
Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing. Once we've got everything chopped, we put it in a pot, turn it on high, And
let
we'll
it
let
go.
that boil for 13 to 15 minutes until it is soft enough that you can poke it with a fork. In the meantime, in a medium bowl or a giant bowl, we need to mix. 1 second. Mayonnaise, pickle relish, mustard, apple cider vinegar, celery seeds, which we did not buy because that sounded really extra and fancy, but paprika.
Oh, I can't find the tablespoons.
Oh, no.
Wait, how much paprika did we need?
Half. Is that a whole? Okay. So we added too much paprika. A full teaspoon of salt. And then it just says add pepper to taste, so.
Just a dash. Maybe a little more. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to get us stirring it closer? All right.
Okay,
Next.
now
steps.
we're gonna put that aside and head back to the cutting board. And then we are going to chop the eggs, the dill, the onion, and our celery. So. Let's try at least a little bit. Nope. Stir that up on in here.
Should we have cooled the potatoes before we put them in there?
Well, we're technically supposed to refrigerate this for like 4 hours, but I think we should just put it in the fridge and then do the other
You
stuff.
just put it in the freezer.
Oh, genius!
Don't actually.
I don't think it would
A
freeze.
freezer for like
though.
30 minutes would be like a fridge for 4 hours, right?
Yeah. Is it good?
It is good.
Oh, it's good! Hallelujah!
Oh my goodness, it's good. No, it's not.
Oh, it's good actually. Oh my gosh,
We
did
did
good!
something good.
Woohoo! Okay, so now that the potato salad is chilling in the fridge, time to make
our burgers.
We're gonna do a little smash burger approach. So instead of rolling them into patties, we're gonna put them into little balls, put them in a really hot pan, and then squish them with a spatula. And it's supposed to make very nice, old school style burger things. Oh, ah! Oh.
Yeah.
Woo! Dang, look at that. Okay, now it's time to mix the sauce. So we need to put in more mayonnaise. Okay, so yeah, so since there are only 2 of us eating, we're gonna do a 4th cup of mayonnaise, a 4th cup of ketchup, but since we're reducing it, I'm gonna
We'll
reduce
just fill
it
up.
for a cup.
We'll just fill up the 4th cup halfway.
There we go.
It's all good.
Okay, cool. There we go. Then we need 2 teaspoons of white vinegar, but we only have apple cider, so I guess what you're supposed to do, because apple cider is stronger, is we're supposed to put like half of that amount.
So we have to do half of half.
Half of a half. So
No.
half teaspoon.
Yes. Yes.
And
Clean
then
up that
1
vinegar.
teaspoon black pepper. I don't know how you're supposed to. Oh wait, there actually is a little scooper thing.
1 teaspoon.
So half of a teaspoon.
Half of a teaspoon.
All right, we're ready to try.
Let's go with the burger first. We already tried the potato salad.
Yeah.
All right. Tastes like a burger.
Yeah. I like the smash method actually.
I do too.
It's very like not too crispy, not too thick.
It's good. Success. I'm gonna eat this deliciousness again. So good. This is so good.
This is really good actually.
It feels like summertime.
So pumped. Success. No longer the worst cooks in Fort Collins.
Yeah, we saved the best for last.
Indeed we
Definitely.
I have to say, I'm really proud of us. That was probably the first worst cooks meal that was somewhat okay.
Yeah, we're not the worst cooks this time. We were the best cooks, in my opinion. It was it was so good. We didn't mess up anything.
We're moving up in the world.
Yeah. Now that we made you hungry, we're gonna make you laugh. Stay tuned through the break, and we'll give you this week's weekday update.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Welcome back from the break. We're nearing the end of the show, and that means it's time to close with your weekday updates.
The Ben and Alex campaign won the ASCSU race for student body president and vice president, and the LSC Plaza will finally return to its rightful owners, religious groups, and over-eager frat guys looking for new freshmen to haze.
Parents, if you haven't heard from your child this week, don't worry, they're not dead. They're just binge-watching Game of Thrones.
Did you know that running half naked with strangers isn't just a bad decision after having too much to drink? It's actually a university event that happens after having too much to drink.
Graduating seniors are slowly realizing that spring semester is just one long version of the Sunday scaries, and that after 4 years of college, they still haven't learned how to do taxes.
The new program, Rams Fail Forward, encourages Rams to accept failure, because that's what we are all paying for, failure. That's all we have for you tonight, but stay tuned for CTV News tomorrow, and have a good night.